Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to New York Metro Weather's forecast discussion for December 24th, 2012. It's Christmas Eve, and we have a lot to talk about. As we discussed in our last weather video a couple of days ago, the weather pattern is becoming much more active and involved with several different storm systems. We had one storm system move through the central United States about 5 days ago, bringing significant snow to some areas, and the pattern is getting very active behind that storm system and more wintry for our area. It was a very warm December, and coincidentally, as we're coming out of December, things are getting a little cooler. Potential for cold air and snow as we move into the first couple weeks of January. So let's get right to it. Here's the storm system for tonight. Expecting light snow to begin in many areas away from the city and coast, really as early as around 8 o'clock tonight, maybe give or take an hour or so around there. A few things to notice here as we look at the top left of this panel of the NAM model. The shortwave, the main shortwave, is well to the northwest up near Buffalo. So we obviously, meteorologically speaking, have warm air advection precipitation, which means things are going to be warming up in the mid-levels of the atmosphere as we go along here. But that's not the real problem if you're looking for snow. The problem is the surface temperatures, actually, because it's not that cold. There is a high pressure to the north, but it's not that cold at the surface. And we're going to take a look now at the current observations, be able to loop through this as we speak here around 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon. You can see, despite the fact that there's plenty of cold air available, most of the snow is northwest of I-95. Baltimore is reporting snow, but areas to the south and east of I-95 are not. If you're looking for snow, a good sign is that it began to snow here even in southern New Jersey. In Millville Municipal Airport, light snow at around 2:54. So we'll have to see what observations continue to come in, but it looks like many areas away from the city and along the immediate coastal areas could see a coating to maybe an inch of snow in the northwest suburbs as we start Christmas. So on Christmas morning, it'll be nice to see maybe a little snow on the ground. This storm will be out of the way by Christmas afternoon. We'll take another look at the NAM model. See this little band here that comes out over New York City, and you look here at the surface temperatures. You can see it's in the 40s here along the South Shore of Long Island, so you're not going to get snow there. And along the Jersey Shore, it's not likely that you're going to see accumulating snow as well. The main culprit being the east winds. You can see the arrows here. The wind is coming in off the water. But it's still definitely possible that the immediate suburbs, Union, Essex, Bergen, and especially as farther north into Sussex, Warren, and up into southeast New York and Connecticut, could possibly see an inch of snow with this system. The SREF model ensemble showing the percentage chance of snow, probability of the precipitation type being snow, not very high, especially to the east of New York City. So that's what we're looking at. We're also not looking at a whole lot of precipitation here, less than 1/10 of an inch on most of the models. And so that's the situation here with this storm system, and accordingly, the National Weather Service has issued winter weather advisories for the suburbs to the north and west of New York City, where there could be an inch of snow and maybe some sleet and freezing rain as well. So moving forward, things get a little more interesting, and the system for the middle of the week is a lot more potent, and we're going to take a look at it here. Whoa, yeah, we were just looking at the NAM model for this storm system coming up. You can see how light the precipitation is. This one means more business. It's a much stronger storm system, much stronger disturbance in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and it's going to bring with it a lot more precipitation. And check out the gradient here on the NAM. 8 Celsius temperatures at 8:50 over southern New Jersey, -3 up near High Point. So this storm system looks to bring the potential for rain in most of New Jersey and New York City and areas south of that, but we're really interested in areas basically from Route 78 northward. Over northern New Jersey, southeast New York, and Connecticut, where the models have been trending farther south and east almost every run over the last day or so. And we'll take a look at the European model. Here's the European model valid at hour 66, so 66 hours from this afternoon, Thursday morning, and you can see the 0 Celsius line at 850 millibars is running basically along Route 78. Check out where yesterday's run was. Well to the north here, up near High Point, New Jersey, and now it's shifted south by a decent amount, and the surface low has trended stronger as well. If this trend continues, things will get really interesting, but even as it stands right now, there is a potential for a couple of inches of snow here over northern New Jersey, southeast New York, and Connecticut, And if the precipitation trends any stronger on the front end of this system, we could be looking at several inches of snow on the front end of this system. The GFS model, a little bit warmer, but check out the trend here. We're going to focus on the top right panel. Here's yesterday's GFS, and here's this afternoon's. You can see the trend is south and east and a little bit cooler. Not to the extent of the European model, so we're going to have to watch out for that carefully. But as it stands right now, it looks like a lot of areas will start as snow, flip to rain, and the areas to the north and west remain a big question, where you could see a few to several inches of snow if this system continues to trend colder. If it trends warmer, it's going to be a snow to rain situation for everyone. There may even be a period of freezing rain or sleet in the northern suburbs, so wintry precipitation on the way with that system as well. Now we move forward to system number 3. And here we are with this atmospheric setup on the GFS ensembles. You can see there's our storm system from the middle of the week, and now we're at the end of the week at this point on New Year's Eve. And here's another trough showing up, sliding this way off the coast. So now we have a lot of cold air on the backside of the system, and wouldn't you know it, there's a GFS, there's a trough, there's a storm off the coast, just barely out to sea on the GFS, but plenty of cold air available. And the Europeans are going to raise your eyebrow, because here's a storm system at 132 hours, pretty similar to the GFS, but watch it progress in here as we go towards Sunday morning. Now we have ourselves a snowstorm in the European, and it continues to move towards New England, towards the benchmark, and then brings a significant amount of snow in New England. So what could be causing this is the first question that comes to mind, the difference. Here's the European model. You can see there's the vorticity from the southern stream is definitely in here somewhere, as it was with the GFS. But now look up here with the northern stream, we have energy diving in here as well, interacting and pulling the storm back towards the coast, whereas in the GFS, it's much less involved with the northern stream. Another difference, look how amplified the European is out west here with this ridge axis just east of the Four Corners. GFS is much less amplified and farther east with that. The GFS as a whole is not as supportive for this storm coming up the coast, while the European wants to get this northern stream involved, and if it does, it will tug this storm back towards the coast. So we're not ready to throw out any amounts or any potential tracks yet with this storm system for New Year's Eve. Number one, because we have 2 storms to deal with until then, and number 2, because it's too far out in time to say anything definitive. What we can say is that the potential exists for wintry precipitation tonight on Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, Wednesday night into Thursday, especially across the interior, and then possibly again Saturday night into Sunday with a snowstorm on New Year's Eve. So we got a lot on the table, and we'll be keeping you guys updated throughout the week. And be sure to stay tuned to our Twitter and Facebook accounts for all the latest information. And we'll do our best to keep you updated with more videos and articles and all the details on these storm systems, especially the midweek one. As we get a little closer in the models, we'll have to see if they continue to trend colder or if they jump back warmer or whatever, however that goes down. So stay tuned. Have a great Merry Christmas, and we wish you all the best. We'll talk to you soon.